welcome to At Home with the Wayne. My name is Tracy Strait, and I'm the Executive Director of the historic Wayne Theater, Ross Performing Arts Center in downtown Waynesboro, Virginia. We are delighted that you're joining us tonight to get the inside scoop regarding our upcoming production of Little Shop of Horrors. We will check in with the director, Hank Fitzgerald, music director, Sarah Cramer, and two of the performers in the show, Kasey, Hott, and Jacob Duvall-Early. We have postponed the original performance dates of this show, but we will let you know the rescheduled dates as soon as we can. Our At Home with the Wayne series would not be possible without the support of our Wayne Theater patrons, sponsors, friends, and you. We'd like to thank our month of April At Home with the Wayne sponsors, Mountain Valley Homes Team, the Valley's newest real estate team, Standout Arts, Waynesboro's top-rated web designer, and Heritage on Main Street, now offering takeout and delivery. If you would like to become a sponsor of the At Home with the Wayne series, partner in the arts, or make a donation to the Wayne Theater, please click on the link at the bottom of the screen, waynetheater.org. If you'd like to purchase a gift certificate to be used when our doors reopen, please call our box office at 540-943-9999. We appreciate any support that you can give. And now, here is Hank Fitzgerald and Sarah Cramer, the director and music director of Little Shop of Horrors.
Good evening. My name is Hank Fitzgerald, and you are Facebook Live with the Wayne Theater at Home. Tonight, we have Sarah Cramer joining us.
Hello.
Our director, music director of Little Shop of Horrors. We've got Kasey Hott joining us tonight, Jake Duvall-Early, Una on the sides, and we are ready to show you the behind-scenes look and talk and show you wonderful things that are happening with Little Shop of Horrors. Sarah, take it away.
So this is Little Shop of Horrors week. As you can tell by our lovely set dressing, this is my new best friend, Audrey 2. Audrey 2 is the star of our show.
Yes, I have one too.
She's our best friend tonight. So the first thing we want to talk about is the audition process for this show and the casting process, because that was not too long ago, right, Hank? It was not that long ago that we cast this show.
No, we went right into auditions right after Legally Blonde was over within a week. And we had our first read-through on March 8th and casted a wonderful cast of 13 and a lot of new folks joining us, a lot of veterans that have been with us before. And we're going to show you a video of the new cast and talk about that in just a few minutes. We had about 30 people show up to auditions, didn't we, Sarah?
We did. We had a good turnout, and it's interesting with a show like this where the cast is so much smaller than what we normally work with for a musical. So we had so many talented people, but with a group that small, they've really got to have this vibe that they gel together. So they can't just be wonderfully talented people. They have to be the right people, wouldn't you say? I feel like it was pretty remarkable in the audition process for this show that they kind of just came together. We had them all in the room for callbacks, and they read together and sang together, and it just magically created this perfect fabric that they all kind of wove.
Yeah, and me and Sarah are always usually on the same page when it comes to casting, and we're like yin and yang together, and it's like, boom, yes. Did you feel that? Yes. And so it's a good companionship that we have, and teamwork that we work together. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so it makes it really fun when we get all the right people in the right place at the right time. It's pretty fun to see. So we want to introduce you all to our cast of Little Shop of Horrors, and we'll do that with this video.
Yes. And that's our cast. We have so many wonderful people in the cast, a lot of new people, a lot of veterans. Chris Esty playing Mr. Mushnick. He graced our stage in Secret Garden when we first did our first musical at the Wayne Theater. Also, CJ, Camila DeSantis, is playing Seymour, and he is fantastic. He's done numerous shows with us. He was our Freddie in My Fair Lady, and also played many other shows with us at the Wayne.
He's a well-known face. We also have who you will get to hear from later this evening. We have Kasey Hott, of course, playing Audrey, and Jake Duvall-Early, who's new to the Wayne, right? New
Yes,
to me.
this is his first show with us at the Wayne. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
We're so lucky to have him. We're super excited. We're going to talk with him in a little bit too.
Yes.
We also have Tom Howard, who I am so excited to be working with again. He is hysterical. He plays this lovely creature right here.
Yes, yes. Next, we have Mariah Faith Jenkins, who is playing Crystal. You might remember her from Sister Act. She was our lead in Sister Act. She was fantastic, and we're so glad to have her back. We have two new people, and Sarah's going to introduce those.
So along with Mariah playing Crystal, we have Holly Hendrickson and Lee Kelly, who round out the Ronettes. They play Ronette and Chiffon. And the Ronettes are kind of a doo-wop girls trio that sing some of the funnest music in all of musical theater. They're amazing. They're going to slay it.
Yes, and then we have three veteran actors joining us back in the ensemble that are playing numerous different characters. Colin Willer, who is playing, it will be in the ensemble, is also going to be operating the plant. So we have this life-size huge plant that will be on stage, and there's an actual person in it operating it. So it's a huge commitment, a huge job as an actor being a puppeteer, and we're excited to have Colin doing it.
We also have understudies in this show, which we haven't done a lot in the past, but for this show, because it's so small and it's so intense, we have cast official understudies. So we have Bracken Carter, who we saw in Legally Blonde, who is in the ensemble and also acting as the understudy for Audrey. And Colin, who we just spoke about, who's going to be controlling the plant, because apparently that's not enough to do. So we're going to have him understudy Seymour as well. And then we also have Josh Donahue, who's pulling double duty. In addition to all of his ensemble roles, he's acting as the understudy for Oren, the dentist, and for Mr. Mushnick. So we have a very busy, small but very busy cast.
Yes, and Joshua is actually Cogsworth in our Beauty and the Beast. Yes.
Absolutely. A lot of these people we've seen before, and we're so excited to work with them again. So now that we are getting to work with them, let's talk a little bit about our first rehearsal.
Yes, it was so nice because there wasn't much of a time. It was basically they did their callbacks the same day. We called them. We set up the read through, which was the following week. We started our first read through, and it was just magical. And we have a video of that. So let's show that right now.
Suddenly Seymour is here to provide you with sweet understanding. Seymour's your friend.
Nobody ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early, Mama was poor. I'd meet a man and I'd follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers at me, I'd say sure. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders. He don't.
Yes, and that was Suddenly Seymour with CJ DeSantis and Kasey Hott at our first rehearsal. And wow, those two together are just amazing. And that brings us in bringing on our next guest, and we're honored to have her with us tonight. Let's bring on Kasey Hott.
Yay!
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
How is everyone?
We're doing great.
Glad to see you.
Good to see you. This has been so fun. I've just been enjoying watching over here on my computer till I was on.
So, Kasey, we know that you've been in several shows at the Wayne now, and this is your, well, you did the concert with us, which is back in February with us, and you were in Beauty and the Beast as the wardrobe, the fabulous opera singing wardrobe.
So fun.
It was fantastic. And just tell us a little bit about your theater background. Did you get started in theater? Did you do a lot of theater in college? Where did you go? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, I've always just loved theater. I've loved watching it. I think ever since, Disney movies and seeing things on Broadway when I was young, I was just like, this is amazing. I want to be part of it. So I did choir and some shows in high school. And when it came time to go to college, I was like, I'm always going to regret it if I never, just take a chance. So I auditioned and I got into Shenandoah, which is actually where Hank went. Yes. And it was amazing. I went there my freshman year and I learned so much. It was incredible. I loved it. But when I was there, I realized like it was something I loved, but I kind of wanted it to be maybe more of a hobby and not, my career, because it's a tough career. And so I ended up going into broadcasting and the news and journalism, but I've still always loved it. And so I've been lucky enough, like when I was first here in Charlottesville 10 years ago, I got to do a show with Play On. I was able to do a bunch of great shows out in Green Bay, Wisconsin, but then I hadn't done anything for 6 years until Beauty and the Beast. And I was so excited. Like, I was just like, oh, I just really want to get back into it again. And what a great group to get involved with. You guys are it's been amazing.
We are so lucky that you came and auditioned for Beauty and the Beast. We had a great time.
It was a blast.
Yes, such a wonderful, wonderful experience with you and several. We have a clip that we're going to show of Sarah working with some vocal coaching and learning music. And are we ready to show that video?
So let's set this up a little bit. So this was our first attempt at a Zoom vocal rehearsal, and I think it went all right. It's a little challenging trying to sing, sitting on the floor of your house or wherever we all are. It's a little different. So we were working specifically because you're playing Audrey. She's such an interesting character. She's not your bland, kind of one note leading lady. She's got such personality and character behind her. So we were working on finding some of that and tuning into some technical stuff. And I don't know, I think we had a fun time. So we'll see what came of it. Let's check it out. Okay, so one of the things that I think is trickiest about Audrey is in getting the personality, and you're doing a perfect job of this kind of smiley bone structure that's getting you that sound, that little hint of an accent. Mm-hmm. So the trick is, especially when you're singing as opposed to speaking, see if you can separate the bottom part of your jaw from that smiley look, so that the smile and the like hint of nasaliness that she has happens here. Mm-hmm. But right now it's also happening here and causing this to kind of freeze up with you, which makes it a lot harder to resonate your sound.
Right.
So sometimes it helps to put a finger lightly on your chin, not to press at all, but just you'll start to feel it if you get like that kind of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow and weed. I cook like Betty Crocker, and I look like Donna Reed. There's plastic on the furniture to keep it neat and clean. In the pine sol scented air, somewhere that's green.
Yeah.
Frozen dinner.
Yeah, so good. So I can see you like making that adjustment. It's really good. So that where I really noticed it was the word on. There's plastic on the picture, I watched you go, and release
Trying to
it.
stop us.
Yeah, it's so slight, but it makes a huge difference. And it'll get all that sound up into your sinus cavities, which is where you want it to resonate. And it won't get stuck behind this jaw. It's really good. For the sake of practicing, for example, on the word condescend, I would try it. In fact, let's do this. Let's try it condescend, as if it were an I.
Okay, send. Okay.
Because we're trying to get it farther up here. Right now, like the sound is kind of getting stuck right here. And I can hear it, this like beautiful belt that's right there, and it's getting trapped a little bit. So that is gonna make it a little bit easier to disengage the jaw.
Okay.
If you do, he don't condescend instead of send. See how my jaw wants to come forward right there?
Nobody ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early, Mama was poor. I'd meet a man and I'd follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers to me, I'd say sure. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders, he don't condescend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide me sweet understanding. Seymour's my friend.
That was great, Sarah.
Sarah's amazing.
Kind of an inside look at how we do voice lessons remotely, which is kind of new for all of us, but it's fun. So Kasey, talk to us about like how do you go about building that character through song? I mean, when you're trying to build this interesting character, but you've also got this difficult song. These songs are tricky. So how do you kind of balance those two things, the technical with the character?
Yeah, it's hard, and I feel like it's just difficult because oh, just 1 second. I think the news is playing. It's me.
She's got her day job playing in the background. That's okay. Let's give a shout out to some friends who are watching. I see Sammy Caddo is watching, Elizabeth Brandon. Hi guys.
Yes,
Leslie
hi,
Larson.
Matt Stevens.
Kelly, love being able to get a sneak peek. Awesome. That's what we're here for. Sneak peeks abound.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us about Audrey.
Yeah, I just think, well, it's really hard because, like I said, I haven't done shows for a long time, and it's a lot that goes into it. And you helped me so much that night because it's just stuff you don't think about because you're thinking about the character, which, like, you know, it's early and it's like hard to even get into that yet. And then you have to think about her, like her accent and like how much you want to do it or how little. But you don't want to be, like Hank said over and over, you don't want it to be just like a replica of the show that everybody's already seen. You know, everybody's seen the movie or they know, and these people are incredible, but you kind of want to like make it your own because, you know, you can't match up to like the originals. And so it's just a lot to think about, but that just helped me so much that night. It was pretty cool rehearsing in the age of social distancing.
Social distance Audrey. So let's take a look. So we asked Kasey to be extra brave and record a full performance version of Audrey singing Somewhere That's Green from the comfort of her own home.
Yes.
So we're going to take a look at that and see what she came up with.
I know Seymour is the greatest, but I'm dating a semi-sadist. So I got a black eye and my arms in a cast. Still, that Seymour is a cutie. Well, if not, he's got inner beauty. And I dream of a place where we could be together and rest. A matchbox of our own, a fence of real chain link, a grill out on the patio, disposal in the sink, a washer and a dryer, and an ironing machine in a tract house that we share somewhere that's green. He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow and weed. I cook like Betty Crocker, and I look like Donna Reed. There's plastic on the furniture to keep it neat and clean. In the pine sol scented air, somewhere that's green. Between our frozen dinner and our bedtime, 9:15, we snuggle watching Lucy on a big, enormous 12-inch screen. I'm his December bride. He's father, he knows best. The kids watch Howdy Doody as the sun sets in the west. A picture out of better homes and gardens magazine. Far from Skid Row, I dream we'll go somewhere that's green.
Yay! That was great, Kasey. Fabulous. I love the background. The background's fantastic.
Well, it was so weird because I never record myself, and it was kind of hard for me to do that because I was like, oh, because it's just so hard watching yourself back. Like usually it's theater and it's out there, so that was very, very difficult for me. But it was a lot of fun, and I think you kind of learned some from it. And then the next night was when I talked with Sarah, so I learned more. So I promise it's a work in process. It'll progress. It'll be better.
It's so fun to see the whole process. It's really cool.
Yeah, so we got a couple of questions. Leslie Larson. Hi, Leslie. Says, how do we plan on doing choreography online? Well, our choreographer and myself, which is Kim Ryder, who's a staff member at the Wayne Theater. She's our box manager, and she also does a ton of other stuff. But she's also going to be helping me choreograph the show. And we're actually going to film the combinations and send it out to the cast for them to learn on their own. And when we get together, we'll put it together and see how it goes. That's how we're going to do it.
We're doing all kinds of things remotely these days.
You gotta do what you can and hope that it works, but we know it will work. We've got some great people, and they've already put in a lot of time, and we're very thankful for that. So we're going to bring on our next guest, which is Jake Duvall-Early, and he's new to the Wayne. So let's bring him on.
Yay! Okay. Oh, he's so studious.
What is how are you all doing?
Fancy meeting you here, sir.
You're all here Wednesday night.
So Jake came into auditions and blew us all away. He was fantastic from the first note out of his mouth. And when he stepped into the reading, it was just evident all the way across the board for Sarah and I. And he was fantastic, and he worked so well with the others. And Jake, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Jake Duvall-Early. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., but I was raised from right here in the Shenandoah Valley. So this is my hometown. I went to James Madison University, graduated 2015 in theater and media arts and design. And for the last 6 years or so, I've been acting professionally, moving all around the United States, did some tours overseas in the Middle East and South and Central America, and actually came back home about a little before last Christmas and saw the Wayne Theater's production of Beauty and the Beast. And a friend of mine that I went to college with, Ben Stoll, who some of you may know, played the Beast, and recommended the Wayne to me. So I came out for a
Yay!
Hey, well, we're glad to have you. And Sarah's been working with Jake, and I came in on some coaching for some voice lessons. And all right, you want to go into that, Sarah?
Yeah, so Jake has this wonderful, like, nuanced quality about the characters that is super fun. And if you're not familiar with Little Shop of Horrors, his character, the dentist, is particularly hilarious and despicable. So it was really fun to play with and kind of do some crazy things. And Hank gave him some great coaching about some of the acting choices and these little nuanced things that I think you're going to see just a hint of in this coaching. We worked on 2 different songs, one of which is fairly well known. The other is not, but it's kind of my favorite because of all the maniacal laughter. So here we go. This is our coaching session with Jake.
And I'm thinking, so be a dentist. You know, just something funny.
Yeah.
Like Elvis
So change your vowel to the vowel a little bit. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
So be a dentist. You know, just or do a wild vibrato there. I don't care. Just to make it even funnier, because your actions you're playing it like this. Think about it. You're solid here. He needs to be. I want to start seeing a little bit of flair in him. You know what I'm talking about? Just having that nice flair of where it's not messing with the vocal, of course, always, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
But it's just you're having some. So you can think of it being a kind of a smarmy thing. I'll be a dentist, you know, whatever it takes for you to, you know, acting wise to just be kind of over the top right there. I don't know, give it a try.
I was going to say milk the heaven above me part so that it almost takes on this like choir boy kind of classical sound for just a second.
Sure.
It's fun. It just gives it these little nuances, like he's a little another skip.
Totally.
Funny.
Here I come. I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I picked. I am your dentist, and I get off on the pain I inflict. When I start extracting your molars, you girls will be screaming like holy rollers. And though it may cause my patients distress, somewhere in heaven above me, I know that my mama's proud of me. 'Cause I'm a dentist and a success. Now, do it now, help me now, Don't be fooled if I should chuckle like hyenas in a zoo. It's just the gas. It turns me on. But don't let my mirth deceive you. Any moment I'll be gone. All my vital signs are failing because the oxide I'm inhaling makes it difficult as hell to catch my breath.
Right on. And I like you're doing this lovely juxtaposition that I think you can push even more is these very sung notes with these kind of beautiful vowels, and then the manic, crazy, fast lyrics. And the comparison between the two is hysterical.
Okay.
So yeah, what you're doing is spot on, and I was all prepared to like correct your vowels on some of those held notes or the longer or the higher notes. I don't need to. They were fabulous.
Okay.
So keep doing what you're doing because it's really good.
Thank you.
You also are doing this awesome, like every time you hit, it's just the gas and then laugh. The way you transition to the laugh was different every time, which is awesome. So that it's not like gas, ha 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 ha, and it's, you know, like the same prescribed laugh. It's different every time as it builds, which was wonderful.
Yay!
That was great, Sarah. Great.
One of the best characters ever. I'm really excited to see what you do with it, Jay. It's going to be fun.
So a couple.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we asked Jake to come in and do some recordings, and Matthew Stevens helped and came and accompanied a bunch of singers. And he accompanied Jacob during this, and this is a song that we're going to show you that Jake did for us. It's Some Enchanted Evening from South Pacific.
3, 2, 1.
Or through your
Yay! Thanks, Jake. It was so amazing.
Beautiful, gorgeous. What a versatile actor you are, just from going from character to leading man. That's just a great gift to have. Wonderful,
Absolutely.
beautiful tones, beautiful voice.
It's also really cool. I love seeing Matt Stevens there playing the Wayne's piano, and it's exciting. So for Little Shop of Horrors, for those who don't know, we're going to be using a live band instead of pre-recorded tracks, as we've done with most of our other shows, which is so exciting. This is only the second show that we will be using a live band for. The first one was Bridges of Madison County last year. And it is so exciting and so much fun to lower that pit. A lot of people don't even know there is an orchestra pit at the Wayne. There is a beautiful, fully functioning orchestra pit that is my favorite place to be in that whole building. I love that orchestra pit so much. So for Little Shop, we're gonna have, we've got our band all set up, and I cannot wait to start working with them. We have Christine Nielsen on keyboards, Jonathan Pinchek on guitar, Andrew Willett on bass, and Austin McClanahan on percussion.
Yes.
I've worked with all of these people before, and they are so awesome. It's going to be amazing. The live band element just takes it a notch above. It's so great to be a part of. So I hope that everybody gets to come and hear them. It's going to be a great fun time.
Yes, and we want to thank everyone for watching tonight and joining us with Kasey, Hott, and Jake. Thank you so much for your time and your talents. And everyone at home watching, don't forget to check out Little Shop of Horrors. We're coming soon. And Audrey, too, says bye-bye to you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was so much fun. Thank you, Hank, Sarah, Kasey, and Jacob. We can't wait to have our production of Little Shop of Horrors on the Wayne Theater stage. And thank you for watching our At Home with the Wayne presentation. Please keep checking our Facebook page and YouTube channel for lots more fun from the Wayne. These presentations would not be possible without the support of our Wayne Theater patrons, sponsors, friends, and you. Once again, we would like to thank our month of April At Home with the Wayne sponsors: Mountain Valley Homes Team, the Valley's newest real estate team; Standout Arts, Waynesboro's top-rated web designer; Heritage on Main Street, now offering takeout and delivery. If you would like to become a sponsor of the At Home with the Wayne series, partner in the arts, or make a donation to the Wayne Theater, please click on the link at the bottom of the screen, waynetheater.org. If you would like to purchase a gift certificate to be used when we reopen our doors, please call our box office at 540-943-9999. We appreciate any support you can give. Tune in to next Wednesday's At Home with the Wayne, when the very lovely Kathy LaFawn shares her amazing talents with us. Tuesday, May 5th is Giving Tuesday. We hope you will be able to participate in this fundraising effort. We will keep you posted with more details soon. Be safe, be hopeful, stay home, and check in on your loved ones. And we'll see you next time At Home with the Wayne. Good night.